What's up, guys? So today I got another World Tanks video here today. It's going to be on a review. So you can see right here I got a tier 5 American heavy tank here, the T1 Heavy, which I'm going to be doing a review on. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the armor first, as always. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the armor. So let's go ahead and put it on collision model. So you can see here's the armor of the tank. Front plate 82 millimeters, side 52, and the rear 46. So I mean, as you can see by those values, obviously the rear and the side are are pretty weak, not too good, but the front plate is not bad here. As you can see, we got 82 millimeters effective armor. At this angle it's about 90, go ahead and say like 92 millimeters effective, depending where you shoot it at. Then you have these shoulder plates that are actually 76 millimeters, so slightly weaker. And if you're shooting this shoulder plate way over there, look how strong the armor gets. Like, look how effective it gets. It goes from 95, jumps up to 130 something. So it depends where you shoot the where you shoot the shoulder plate. If you shoot the one way farther, it's gonna have a way better angle, and obviously you're gonna have lower chance of penning it. But if you shoot the one right there, the closer to you, and you can see the armor is actually even weaker than the front plate. That's 82 millimeters. So this would be a place to shoot. I mean, look at that, it's only 82 millimeters, not too strong. You got this little little sloping going on here. This plate's 69 millimeters thick, as you can see, but the effective armor, it ranges from 105 to 130 something. So what I do is I don't even attempt shooting these spots that look like they're like heavily sloped like this. I hit the nice flat spots right here straight in the front. I just shoot straight through the front right here. As you can see, this blue spot here, it's just a straight 90 millimeters, guys. This is a weak spot there. That's a weak spot. And so you guys could see here on the visual model, it's a little little hatch here, where there's obviously one of the crew members here behind there. So you want to shoot this or this. As you can see right here, only 92 millimeters right here, this little machine gun port. So this is the two spots I always shoot when I see T1 heavies. Or just shoot anywhere in the front right here. Sometimes, I mean, as you can see, the armor is not too strong, guys. So it just kind of depends on the angle. If they're like a lot more angled, something like this, then it gets a little stronger, as you can see. But then that kind of exposes the side a little bit. This is still actually not a bad angle, but I'd keep it like this. As you can see, it just gets a little bit better. This is a pretty decent angle, I would say. Or maybe a little bit more like that. There you go. Makes the side armor, look at that, more reliable side armor, so you won't get shot on the side. And this front plate's still about 93 millimeters effectively. But yeah, guys, main weak spots are going to be the machine gun port. So you can see right here, it's not too strong, 95 millimeters at this angle, and then you got this little flat spot right there. So back to the collision model. Lower plate, 95 millimeters thick. As you can see, it's kind of angled and stuff, so it looks about 110. 105 through 110, depends really where you shoot it. The lower you get, more effective it gets. So like I said, I just avoid shooting anywhere on the T1 Heavy unless I shoot the sides or just just the front plate. I don't mess with these sloped areas. I just shoot the straight 100% flat area right here in the front right here of the hole, or maybe even the turret, but mostly just want to aim right here in the front, guys, and more than likely you will pen. And well, that's all I gotta say about the hole, really. I mean, the side, it's not too good, guys. Side armor's 52 millimeters, is not that good, and it's a big ass fucking side. So like I said, you can't really angle too good with this thing because of your side. But the turret specs are, with the top turret, yeah, it's obviously this one right here on the bottom. So the top turret, 101 millimeters in the front, 82 in the side and rear. So turret, not bad at all. 101 millimeters, that's pretty tough. It's American tank. Go hold down. As you can see, the armor looks, I would say, pretty effective at tier 5. A lot of people are going to bounce. Look at this bar here, 200 something. As you can see, it just kind of depends where you shoot it at. Cupola, obviously a weak spot on most turrets. 25 millimeters thick, but at this angle it's effectively about 80, 60 something it went right now. Looks like it just jumped up. Say it's about 90, 85 to 90 millimeters thick, but I mean, it just depends on the angle. Look how the armor values keep on jumping up. But yeah, guys, I would go ahead and shoot the cupola. The turret, if we look at it, visual model, how it looks like here. You can probably see this little machine gun port here. You see the mantlet's not really that thick, 101 millimeters. So I mean, you could even just shoot straight ahead, like just punch right through it. It's not a super strong American turret. It's not like, you know, the tier 7s and higher where they get really strong turrets. The M6, the next tank after this one, is kind of similar to this tank. They're not much, you know, they're not very different. So after tier 6, you know, tier 7, they start getting those huge turrets with a shit ton of armor. But as you can see, this one, it's an American turret, but it's just not that thick, guys. The armor is not too effective. I mean, it'll work from these spots right here, but look at the mantlet, straight head on, 101 millimeters, not too strong there. So you got not too much to worry about if you shoot these flat spots on the mantlet, or like I said, the front hole, guys. So top of the tank obviously is going to be weak, 25 millimeters. Artie's going to wreck it. I mean, Artie wrecks everything, guys. I mean, Artie just runs through, guys. They shoot from the sky and just dump on that back. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and rate the armor. At tier 5, it's very good. At tier 6, it's pretty, you know, it's not as effective anymore. So at tier 5, you know, your top tier, this armor does well. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate it 9 out of 10, guys. I think it's very effective, even though the armor is flat. A lot of people tend to shoot it on these shoulder plates and it tends to bounce, or maybe even around these lower spots and it tends to bounce. A lot of people don't really shoot the front. Like, I was playing a few matches and I've seen a lot of ricochets and stuff like that. I always try to angle just enough so I won't have my side sticking out, but sometimes I stick out my side a little bit and I get pinned on the side. It's just what's gonna happen here, guys. Look at that big ass side. It's a big ass damn tank. So try not to just over angle, otherwise people are gonna be pinning that side all day. But I mean, just keep a good angle and the armor should be somewhat or pretty effective actually at tier 5. Especially with the turret. This turret here will have no problem bouncing tier 5 shots. People start shooting gold and they will be able to pen you pretty easily. But like I said, this front plate is mainly the weak spot, guys. That machine gun port and then that little viewport type of thing. Also the cupola. So those are the main weak spots on the tank, guys. And well, also the shoulder plate, like I said right here. The one that's way over there is going to be way angled, so always shoot the one, I guess, that's more in front of you. But yeah, guys, the armor, 9 out of 10. I consider it good. How would I compare it to a KV1? Well, KV1's a lot more heavily armored, and you can angle it a lot more, so I would say the KV1 has better armor. But a lot of people don't play against, a lot of people don't even, you know, see too much T1 heavies. I don't really see a lot of people playing this tank. It's mostly KV1s and stuff like that. So, you know, some people don't even know where to really pin this thing. So that's why it also helps kind of being one of those tanks that a lot of people don't play that much, you know. So, you know, that helps. A lot of people play, or a lot of people see the KV1, so they already know their weaknesses, but not a lot of people see the T1 heavies that much, and sometimes you can take advantage. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I really got to say. The armor is pretty good compared to the KV1. It's a little bit weaker, but this armor works really good with that turret. Even though you can't effectively angle too much, just play the tank, guys, and you'll see that this tank's armor is actually not too bad. Alright, so here are the stats really quick. You guys could see there. And then I'm going to go to the garage. You guys could pause the video here or whatever. Gun depression 10 degrees. And really quick, here's what people got to say about it on the wiki page. You guys could pause that. Actually, there's something there about the armor. Very weak side armor and rear armor with a large silhouette. Try to avoid being flanked. Well, that's pretty normal, guys. Like I said, it's a big ass tank, so yeah. And frontal armor, quite reliable when top tier and gold hold down performance. That's kind of what I said earlier. Like I said, this thing, when it's hold down, it will put in work. Against tier 5s, it will do damage. This thing has a nice shooting gun. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this review to the garage, guys, and you know, tell you guys more about the tank and run through its stats. Alright, see you guys there. Alright guys, here it is. I'm in the garage and there's my T1 Heavy. So let's go ahead and get started on the review here, guys. You know, talking about the stats and whatnot. So let's go ahead and go through the stats. So we got 660 hit points. That's a very healthy amount for tier 5 heavy tank. Some premium tanks like this T14 here, they get 690, but that's because they're premium. They just all the premium tanks really just have higher HP and stuff like that. But I mean, 660 hit points, that's pretty high right there. Very healthy amount for a tier 5 heavy tank. So good hit points, good HP. Weight load, no one really cares too much, but anyways, it's about 59 tons. Engine power, wow guys, look at this engine power. Almost 1,000 engine power. Now this is with the top engine here. There's multiple engines here. The stock one, not 700, and the tank's gonna feel really sluggish. I think from what I remembered, it was pretty sluggish. And then when you get this 825, it starts being a little better. But then when you get this 960, guys, look at the weight. It doesn't even change. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the weight. You get from you start at 700 and you get up to 960. That's 260 more horsepower. And you know, it was kind of sluggish at here at this stock engine, like I'm saying. I don't remember too much because that was a while back. But then you get the 825, which most people will get, but a lot of people won't get this 960. You know why? Because this engine right here costs a lot of money. Let's go ahead and show you what I mean here. So we go to the research, and research cost for this engine from the stock to this one, it's 5,300. Now look at this one right here. This one's 1,500, guys. 15,000. I mean, 15,100. That's almost 3 times the price of this engine. So a lot of people, as you can see, you don't even have to get the engine to get to the M6. So a lot of people won't even get this engine, and that's fine. I mean, with this engine, the tank still will be fine. But if you get this engine, guys, and you plan on keeping the tank, this tank really is really fast with that top engine. And as you can see right there, here's the top engine. You're gonna have to still spend money to get it. And I think for the T29, yeah, that's when, you know, you don't really got to get it. So yeah, you don't really need to get the engine here. I mean, like I said, it's only if you want that extra speed. And as you can see, the M6 and T1 Heavy are very similar. Alright, let me go back here. Engine is really good, and if you guys like a faster heavy tank, I suggest getting it. It really makes the tank feel hella faster. It's gonna feel really quickly, like really quick, I mean, and yeah, it's gonna feel nice and smooth with that top engine. So I highly recommend that engine, and it's one of the strong points of this tank, guys, because this tank is versatile, since it could be, you know, because it has armor and stuff, but it can also, you know, move really quickly with that engine power. But anyways, now to the top speed, 35.4, pretty standard for heavy tanks at this tier, and yeah, seems to be a good amount of speed. Traverse speed 25. It doesn't turn super slow, guys. It turns quicker than the KV1, I know that for sure. And yeah, 25 traverse speed, that's not bad, so I'll take that. And actually, as you can see here in the whole armor, it was like we were saying on the video, they had it labeled as like 81, I think it was, for the armor. But here they have it labeled as 95 with 52 side, 46 in the rear. So yeah, the armor is, like I said, it's pretty strong, guys, but it's pretty flat here in these areas. This spot right here, the machine gun port, and this viewport, main weak spots, so don't forget that. But yeah, we already talked about the armor. Standard shell damage. Let's go ahead and look at the top gun. So as you can see, the top gun is actually not bad. Good amount of pen. 128 right there. That will pen any tier 5 without issue. We'll just bust all right through them. Also, the tank, I mean the gun gets a really good rate of fire, guys, so this thing stays peppering. This is what's really good about this tank, guys. A lot of people don't know that this tank has a great rate of fire, great DPM, and still has that high pen. You could really inflict a lot of damage, guys, because you have a lot of HP and you have armor, and if you stay angled, you know, a lot of people, they'll shoot you, and then, you know, they might have like a 4-second reload. You have like a 3-second or 2.70-second reload. I think that's how fast this reload gets with a 100% gunner. Sadly, my gunner is only 80% or 96% according to this thing on the side. But yeah, it's once it's maxed, I think it gets to like 2.70, and yeah, it's a lot better. Right now I have it like a 3-second reload, and that's still not bad. But if you have the tank, the crew fully maxed on this tank, guys, you're gonna see really good DPM out of this gun, guys. This gun puts in work. With the APCR, 177 pen, that's healthy right there. Should be able to pen tier 6 tanks with no issue, and most tier 7 tanks also, you should be able to pen them. 38 pen for HE, but no one really going to be shooting HE out of this thing too much. 115 average damage. The damage here is not super high, but the DPM really makes up for it, so not bad at all. And with HE you get 185 damage. The accuracy here, guys, is kind of a downfall. This tank's accuracy, or this gun's accuracy on the tank is not too good, 0.43, so it's kind of inaccurate. So make sure you fully aim here, guys. Also the aim time, 2.3. That's close to your reload, so you might want to consider putting in the enhanced gun lane drive maybe, or just make sure your crew's really optimized. So overall, guys, the gun I would say is good for the tier. and will punish a lot of tanks. At, you know, if you're top tier, you'll punish them really easily. Why? Because you're gonna pen them with no problem. No need to spam gold. You should be able to pen them easily with 128 pen, and you're gonna do a lot of consistent damage. Why? Because of that DPM, guys. That's one of the strengths of this tank. So I would say it's overall a good gun. Just has its weaknesses, obviously, with the lower damage, crappier accuracy, and the aim time. Alright, so that's all I gotta say about the gun. And my gun reload, like I said, is 3, but it depends on your crew, guys. I think it could get down to as low as 2.70 something, I think, or 2.7 seconds, around there, I think. Turret traverse speed is 30 degrees. That's very healthy. Turret actually, you know, doesn't turn that slow at all for a heavy tank, so not bad. View range 330 meters, that's standard. Signal range is kind of lowish, but it works right there. I mean, 480 view range, that's not too bad. Plus, no one really cares about view range. Anyways, now for what kind of equipment you want to have on this tank. You want to have, for sure, the gun rammer, and I would say for sure also the ventilation, guys, because you want to optimize that DPM, and yeah, that DPM is going to be optimized with the gun rammer. You want to be able to reload quicker, and yeah, this thing likes to shoot fast, so you want to have that. Ventilation will overall just make your tank better, 5% better overall. The whole tank, it's just gonna feel smoother. It's gonna just drive better, have a little bit more accuracy, you know, with the gun and stuff. Little bit better aim time, a little bit better reload. Just gonna make the whole crew and the whole tank better. So I suggest getting the ventilation. I always put that on all my tanks. Tank toolbox. This I just have it laying around, so I just put it in there. I'm just too cheap to spend 500,000 on another piece of equipment. Another equipment I would recommend, like I was saying, is the enhanced gun lane drive to have that better aim time. But also, you could put the heavy spall liner maybe. If you notice people start spamming a lot of HE on you, or you just want that 30% protection from, you know, from the crew and stuff like that, so your crew members won't die, because that's actually what the wiki said about the crew members, that they're right there. You got 2 of them in the front right here with the machine gun port and then the view port, and you could lose like, I think, 2 people really easily like that. So maybe you might want to consider putting that. But like I said, toolbox, I mean, you can't go wrong with toolbox. 25% more faster, you know, repair speed for your tracks, and this thing has big tracks, and people are going to be tracking you. So yeah, third equipment, guys, that's your preference, but this is my loadout right now currently. What else? Now let's talk about the crew. So for the crew, as you can see, I have Mentor. I just put that in most of my pretty much all my tanks, to be honest. Just levels up my crew better, makes them get their EXP faster, and as you can see, everybody else has repairs. That's standard heavy tank type of stuff. Another skill for the gunner, I'd recommend possibly snapshot, just to get a little bit better accuracy and stuff like that when you're turning your turret. Also Deadeye. Why? Because it gives you, you know, the chance to damage, as you can see right there, the enemy vehicle modules and the crew. I think it gives it like 3% more increase or something on that, and because it's only effective with AP and APCR, that's the shells you're going to be shooting a lot. Don't forget you have that DPM, so this thing's going to be shooting a lot of shells at one target. You might be able to take out their gunner and stuff like that, you know. Might be able to cripple their tank with that DPM, and this will give you a boost with that. So I would recommend these 2 skills. These other 2, not really. Driver skills, I like off-road driving. That just makes the tank feel nice and smooth, but you might even consider, more than likely, clutch braking. Makes your tank just turn a little bit quicker, and that's always nice. So I like clutch braking. I would probably pick this next. Smooth ride is also nice, guys, because you could use auto aim and just shoot while you're moving, and since this thing reloads quick, you're going to be just dumping shells on your targets. I mean, you might not hit all your targets, but I mean, you might not, you know, hit them every single time, but this one improve that accuracy, and yeah, it will help a little bit with that. Off-road driving, like I said, it's for driving a little bit smoother. Makes your tank feel a little bit smoother when driving, so I recommend that skill also. And controlled impact, oops, sorry about that, guys, Bandicam cut off. So like I was saying, controlled impact here, this is going to help also with this tank. Why? Because the tank weighs a lot and it's fucking fast. I mean, like I said, a lot of engine power, it weighs a lot, it's a heavy tank, it's big, and if you ram a target, especially a lightly armored tank, if you're coming down, you know, down a hill or something, and you ram full speed at a tank, this is going to do a lot of damage to them. So, you know, that might be something you might guys want to check out. Radio operator and the loader skills, they don't really have any too much any good skills there for the loader and the what was it, loader and radio operator. But I would consider for radio operator for sure this one, situational awareness, loader. Yeah, I don't like these guys' skill too much, but maybe just say stowage, so you don't get ammo rack that much, stuff like that. But always start with the repairs first, more than likely, guys. For the commander, I forgot to go over the skills really quick. Next skill, obviously, what I want to do is I want to get Mentor Max, then switch to 6th Sense, and then start training Mentor again, because I like to have 6th Sense first. And yeah, 6th Sense is obviously a very valuable skill, but after that, I would consider getting a Recon, and or also a Brothers in Arms, guys. Start switching them out for Brothers in Arms to improve that DPM even more. Just make the whole tank overall better. So those are your options, guys, for crew. So I went over the specs. You know, it took me about almost 10-15 minutes, whatever. Went over the specs, like I said. Now let's go ahead and talk more about how the tank plays. First, I'm going to show you guys my statistics in case you guys want to see them. As you can see, I have 192 games with this tank, 53% win ratio, or victories. I have my ace tanker badge very easily with this thing. And here are all my stats. You can see right here. Damage ratio, all this good stuff. Maximum experience in battle, that's maximum damage in battle. Look how much damage I've done before, and I've also killed 9 tanks before with this thing. So like I said, this thing is a beast, especially with that DPM. The armor, the DPM is a really good combo here, guys. Also the speed. And like I said, this tank I would say is very underrated. Very underrated tank here, guys. A lot of people think this tank is bad. It's very underrated. Maximum damage in battle, almost 2.3k, guys, with a tier 5 tank. That's pretty damn impressive, I think. So you can see here's my stuff. I actually do not have the Mark of Excellence, but yeah. So you can see I'm at 63%, almost got that first mark, so I'm getting there already. And here's my awards and stuff. So as you can see, my stats I would say are above average, and not bad at all. So you know, I feel like I can review this tank pretty good. So yeah, guys, how the tank plays, like most heavy tanks, I mean, it's not too different here. What you want to do is angle, but don't over angle. Why? Because your side's big and you don't have too much side armor. Don't angle like this. Angle like something like this right here. Not too much of an angle. If they try to shoot this left plate right there, not the tank's left, but you know, the view we're looking at right now, that left plate next to the machine gun port, that's going to be a really strong spot right there. And also, like I said, I don't even bother shooting this lower plate right here, this mid plate or lower plate. I don't even bother with that. Only shoot these flat spots in the front plate right here. If the tank's like this, shoot these front spots and you should have no problem penning, guys. And also, like I said, the manlet right next to this little machine gun on the turret, shoot around there, and you need about 105 pen, I would say. I think it's 101 pen, but just to be safe, 105 pen or higher, should be able to go through that. But to be honest, I wouldn't mess with that. I would just mess with shooting the front plate, guys, like I was saying about the armor. Cupola, we went over that already, but that's also a weakness. But yeah, guys, how the tank plays, like I'm saying, just, you know, normal type of heavy tank play. Don't over angle with this thing. Use your DPM, guys. This is the main thing with this tank. Use your speed to get advantages on other slow heavy tanks, and use the DPM, guys. If a guy takes 9 seconds to reload, he fires and he bounces off you, and you have a 2.7 reload or 3 second reload, shoot him 3 times and then take cover, guys. Or shoot him those twice if you want to be safe, because this thing has the potential to do a lot of damage with the DPN, and because the gold rounds, 177 pen, that could do some damage to tier 7s, guys. So always use your DPM with this tank. That's what I highly recommend, guys. Use your DPM, use your armor, and use your maneuverability or speed, because like I said, this is not a normal heavy tank. This thing is pretty quick. So that's the main tips I gotta say for this tank, guys. Other than that, play it as a normal heavy tank. Also, don't forget, go hold down whenever you can with this tank. It has 10 degrees of gun depression. It's an American tank. Turret's not super strong, but it will put in work against tier 5 tanks easily. So yeah, guys, that's all I got to say about this tank, guys. I think I went over it pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Now stay tuned for the gameplay that I'm going to be showing after this. I had a pretty good game, and yeah guys, it's going to start right after this, so enjoy the gameplay, and hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Alright guys, here it is. This is the gameplay. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see right here, this is our matchup. Yep. So pretty good matchup. Top tier, guys. Like I said, this tank performs really good at top tier. So let me go ahead and prove that to you guys. So first off, I'm going over here on this side over there, on this flank, trying to get a good position. Let's get forward a little bit here. You guys see where I'm at? I try not to get too close over there, otherwise I'll get lit up and I'm gonna get blasted everywhere. So as you can see, just moving forward here, standard stuff. Suddenly PZ-1C here appears and I blast them one time, auto aim. Always use auto aim, guys. Always use auto aim, guys, when you can. As you can see, you can fire off really quickly with the quick reload. Alright, there's a PZ-1C over there also. Skip a little bit here. So you can see I found myself in this position here now. So, reloading. Just trying to see what's out there. So you can see no one's getting lit up. I'm noticing a lot of tanks on the other flank. Well, not a lot, but you know, more tanks than here. Obviously, we don't see anything lit up over here. So I just decided to push forward, and that's what I like to do a lot, guys. I'm a very aggressive player, and I really like playing heavy tanks. So yeah, I play very aggressively. There's a tank behind me, and yeah, I didn't really worry too much about him. Really should have killed him already, but as you can see, I have a Type 95 in front of me. But now I start focusing on him. He shoots me one time. Auto aim here, guys. Like I said, auto aim is going to be a big help here. Blast him and kill him. Now Type 95 here. You can see I'm bouncing shots from him very easily. Look where he's shooting me at. He's shooting my turret. He even bounced off this spot right there. Stuff like that. But that tank doesn't have that much of a good pen. So now I'm penning this, or I'm trying to shoot this KB1S here. Trying to pen him. Shooting him up. You can see them just dumping on him. Like I said, I'm not loading gold. Just shooting at him. So I see they got a PZ SFL over here, which is a glass tank, aka weak armor. So I mark him for RD. As you can see, I'm loading HE shells here, guys. Obviously, to, you know, pen him pretty easily. That tank doesn't have good armor at all. It's a TD. Very lightly armored. And as you can see by my top left, guys, I have the mod that tells me the WN8 I'm getting during the game. That's pretty helpful. So I see it's like nice green, so I'm already doing pretty good in the game. So now I start shooting at him, auto aim, get a clean shot, ram him. I take some damage there, he pens me, but I ram him to get a little extra damage. Auto aim right there, finish him off. He tracks me, but I'm still moving here. So as you can see, I'm going for the empty medium, get a nice shot on his ass. He went to go hide. As you can see, Artie's shooting at me, and that's what Artie likes to do, guys. This is a big tank, and Artie's gonna enjoy shooting at you. So always try to move if you can. I thought I have enough HP to play with here, so I didn't use my, you know, my repair kit. Also, I can see we're in control of this game, so I'm pretty good here. As you can see, my WN8 is really high now. It's a nice purple, so obviously I'm doing really good in this game. I'm already at 1,300 damage. So I'm just pushing forward here. Trying to shoot more targets, whatever's out there. Alright, so a lot of people got spotted there. I spotted Artie, I shoot him. He misses. Shoot him again. He's still alive. He escapes. Focus on the other Artie. Shoot him. And shoot him again. He misses. He's left with 1 HP. Decide to just kill him. The Lutch or whatever. He's over there shooting at me. That light tank. He bounced off me a few times. He actually pinned me. You see where he pinned me right there, guys? Right in that machine gun port area. Like I said, that's one of the main weak spots. Go after that Artie. Kill that Artie. Finish him off. As you can see, my damage is pretty healthy there. 1733. Yeah, you see me putting that on the chat bar right there, giving him those winks. As you can see, I got a lot of hits on here, guys. 18 hits. Healthy damage here. Like I said, this thing is a damn machine with the DPM. As you can see, my WN8 is nice and purple. That means I put in some work here in this match. Try to shoot that Lush, a snapshot really quick. Bounced off his ass or just didn't do any damage. And he's dead. So that's it, guys. Game's over. I put in a lot of damage here. And yeah, guys, so as you guys saw in this gameplay, the armor works really well at tier 5. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really get to fight against much tier 5 heavy tanks. It was just that one KB1S. And he looked like he didn't even want to shoot me. So, I mean, maybe I didn't improve the armor too good for you guys with this video against, you know, tier 5 heavy tanks. But, I mean, as you can tell against these lower tier tanks, They're bouncing a lot. I did get pinned by the TD. I did get hit by the RD, but the armor works well. And as you guys saw, I could do a lot of damage. And also, guys, my gunner is at 80% here, or like 78% here in this gameplay video. So I do not have a max gunner, so that's not even my full reload potential. And you guys saw how quick I was able to dish out that damage. And yeah, so you guys saw how effective I could play with this tank, and you guys could see how to really play this tank, you know, really good. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the review plus the gameplay portion. And what else? Also, I'm gonna have screenshots of this game's results so you guys can see what I got. I think I had an ace tanker and stuff like that, high caliber. Like I said, this tank is a beast. It's very underrated. It's one of the most underrated tier 5 heavy tanks. And yeah, I suggest trying it out if you guys wanna master it. It's really a good tank. It's not too hard to do well in. You could do really good in it if you're a beginner. I'd say it's a really good tank, guys. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the review. And yeah, if you guys want me to review any other tank, just let me know. At the moment, I'm reviewing these tier 5 tanks. So yeah, guys, not much else to say here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you guys on the next one.